This is a video on abdominal control. It's the first in a series on the function of the abdominal wall in relation to back and pelvic pain, pelvic floor problems, breathing problems, long COVID, and other issues that patients may encounter. In this first video, we start with a closer look at intra-abdominal pressure. Let's start with a question. What is the link between the kiai, as used in martial arts, and opening a jar? Right, they both work with intra-abdominal pressure. The pressure that occurs in our abdomen is called the intra-abdominal pressure. According to the laws of physics, this pressure is the same in all directions. Usually this pressure is very, very low. But for short moments this pressure can be increased, like when coughing. Around the 80s and 90s of the last century, it was assumed that the intra-abdominal pressure helped to support our spine. The French-Canadian biomechanist Serge Grakovetsky calculated that to support our spine with intra-abdominal pressure, we should build up such pressure that we would explode. So, intra-abdominal pressure for spine support is not a very good idea. It's far more likely that intra-abdominal pressure allows us to exert force. Intra-abdominal pressure gives us compactness and stiffness we need to pull and push and jump or whatever action we want to perform. Being able to control intra-abdominal pressure is an essential asset in our functioning. You must be able to increase intra-abdominal pressure, but also to relax. When this control compromises in some way, it may cause several kinds of problems, as we will see in the upcoming videos. Intra-abdominal pressure is mainly controlled by the abdominal wall, diaphragm, and pelvic floor. Coordinated contraction of these structures increases intra-abdominal pressure. Relaxation lowers intra-abdominal pressure. Now, it is very important to realize what exactly we compress when we contract the abdominal wall, diaphragm, and pelvic floor. Structures in the abdomen, like stomach, bowels, liver, and bladder, mainly consist of and are filled with liquid. In other words, our abdomen is predominantly liquid-based, so intra-abdominal pressure is a hydraulic pressure system. This is in contrast with the thorax, which is a pneumatic pressure system. Why is it so important to make this distinction? Well, there are huge differences between hydraulic and pneumatic pressure systems. Pneumatic pressures work with gas. Power of this pressure is relatively low and gas can be compressed. In contrast, hydraulic pressure works with fluid, creates much higher forces, and most important, it cannot be compressed. So, under increased pressure, in gas the volume diminishes, while in fluid the volume remains unchanged. The hydraulic pressure system of the abdomen has important consequences for our breathing mechanism, especially diaphragmatic breathing. When contracting the diaphragm, we need to lower the diaphragm into the abdominal space. The liquid abdominal content, which cannot be compressed, must be displaced. The only option is relaxation of the abdominal wall and pelvic floor. Consequently, diaphragmatic breathing by definition implies motion of the abdominal wall and pelvic floor. Abdominal control is related to many expected and unexpected problems that patients may encounter. Better understanding of the mechanism of intra-abdominal pressure and the abdominal wall and how it can be disturbed may help to improve our understanding of the diverse complaints of our patients. In our next clip, we'll go into the role of transversus abdominis in low back and pelvic pain. We'll find out that beer bellies are not always caused by beer or too many hamburgers. See you next time.